When your male cat chooses to sleep with you, do you truly understand the message he's sending? Sure, it's heartwarming. But beneath that nighttime closeness lies a vulnerability most owners never pause to recognize. It's among the boldest declarations of trust a male cat can make. And overlooking its significance, which so many do without realizing, you risk missing the profound connection he has quietly worked to forge. Every position he takes, every surface he chooses, every night he returns to your side, carries meaning that goes far deeper than warmth or habit. Let's uncover what he's genuinely communicating, starting with the truth most people walk past every single day. 1. He's chosen you as his sanctuary. Ever wondered why he bypasses the couch, the windowsill, or any quiet corner that could serve him just as well? That's not indifference to those spaces. That's deliberate selection of you. Male cats are fiercely territorial by nature, dividing their entire world into claimed zones and perceived threats. By resting pressed against you night after night, he isn't merely unwinding from a long day, he's marking you as protected territory. Research published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery reveals that cats develop secure attachment patterns with preferred humans that closely mirror infant caregiver bonds. If he is your sole nighttime companion and chooses no one else in the household, you didn't simply become convenient. You earned that status through every moment of consistency, patience, and presence you offered. Yet there's a subtle ritual he performs during deep sleep that exposes his most unguarded self exclusively to you, a detail we'll return to before this ends, one that redefines everything. 2. He's positioned as your silent sentinel. Notice how he orients his body when he finally settles beside you. Not randomly, not for his own comfort alone, but strategically, often between you and the door, aligned to scan the room, head angled toward whatever entry point exists. This isn't a quirk. This echoes survival tactics refined over thousands of years. In feral colonies, male cats position themselves at the group's perimeter during rest cycles, perpetually vigilant against intruders while others slept unguarded. A University of Bristol study on domestic feline spatial awareness confirms that strongly bonded cats adopt deliberate protective formations near their humans, consistently prioritizing entry points over softer or warmer sleeping alternatives. Despite the safety of your home, that primal wiring never fully powers down. He views himself as your assigned defender post accepted, role taken seriously, regardless of the size difference between them and any real threat. And if this reframes the way you look at those nightly placements, hit like and subscribe. There is so much more of this worth understanding. 3. His preferred contact point reveals precise layers of intimacy. Does he favor your chest, nestle steadily by your feet, or press quietly against your neck? Each choice carries a meaning that extends well beyond comfort seeking. Chest sleeping synchronizes his breathing rhythm to the cadence of your heartbeat, evoking the earliest template of security his nervous system ever learned, resting against a mother's warmth during nursing, a period feline behaviorists link directly to peak oxytocin release that imprints lifelong associations between heartbeat and safety. He is not simply resting on you, he is returning to the most foundational feeling of being completely held. Foot positioning blends closeness with readiness, allowing him to maintain proximity while preserving the ability to respond instantly if something in the environment shifts. A neck or pillow adjacency signals something rarer, still peak mutual vulnerability, where he exposes his most sensitive anatomy alongside yours. These aren't passing preferences or nightly whims. They are calibrated expressions of exactly how safe he feels in that moment. A sudden shift in that preference signals something beyond mood, and we'll address that shortly. 4. He senses your emotional weight before a single word forms. Recall the nights when stress settled over you without announcement, unspoken and unshared, and without any visible cue he appeared and refused to leave your side. That is not projection, and it is not coincidence. Oregon State University's attachment research confirms that cats closely bonded to one person develop an acute sensitivity to their owners. Cortisol shifts through scent alterations, subtle postural changes, and micro-variations in vocal tone. When your emotional chemistry changes, your body broadcasts that information continuously and involuntarily, and he receives every signal. During periods of grief, anxiety, or exhaustion, bonded male cats intensify their proximity closer, purring, persistent following, heavier body contact. This behavioral shift stems from deep evolutionary reciprocity. In wild colonies, vulnerable members received communal presence as both protection and stabilization. Far from clinginess, what you're witnessing in those difficult moments is his deliberate affirmation that he is noticed, that he is choosing to stay, and that his solidarity is entirely voluntary. 5. An abrupt relocation demands more than a passing glance. What moves a loyal bedside companion to suddenly claim the floor, the edge of a chair, or a distant corner after months of unbroken routine? Dismissals like moodiness or coincidence miss the mark almost entirely. Cats are evolutionary masters of concealment, a survival inheritance from wild ancestors for whom visible weakness meant predation. Veterinary ethologists document sleep pattern disruptions as among the earliest detectable indicators of physical discomfort, often surfacing days before appetite changes or visible lethargy. New positioning directly on top of you may reflect thermoregulatory need during a developing fever. Increasing distance or deliberate isolation may signal pain aversion or a nervous system responding to an environment that no longer feels predictably safe. Not every variance demands alarm, but persistence beyond 48 hours, particularly when accompanied by quieter behavior, reduced interaction, or avoidance of eye contact, means your cat is communicating something he has no other way to express. The owners who catch these early are almost always the ones who are paying close attention to where he chose to sleep. 6. His deep slumber beside you is the most honest thing he will ever reveal. Return now to the ritual mentioned at the start. When your male cat descends into genuine deep sleep beside you, watch for what surfaces. Paws pressing rhythmically against your skin or the sheets, a faint purr emerging between slow breaths, subtle body twitches traveling through his limbs, and occasionally his belly turns fully upward, completely exposed. Every one of those behaviors represents a survival system standing down. Male cats are biologically engineered to remain alert. Millennia of evolutionary pressure-built instincts that continuously transmit stay guarded, stay ready, stay defended. A wild male cat who exposes his belly and surrenders full conscious awareness without cover does not get a second chance. And yet here he is, every night, doing exactly that beside you. Because whatever your presence means to him has grown stronger than every biological alarm he was born carrying. Applied animal behavior science research confirms that cats only fully enter REM sleep cycles in environments their nervous system has independently classified as unconditionally safe, not simply warm, not merely familiar. Safe. When he kneads, twitches, and purrs himself into that unguarded place beside you, his own biology has rendered its final verdict. You are the safest location in his entire existence. No one else receives that designation, only you. If these signals reflect your cat's behavior, what you witness each night is not routine. It is declaration offered quietly, offered consistently, and offered with a depth most owners never fully receive. Cherish where he sleeps. Notice how he sleeps. And when he finally surrenders completely beside you, understand what that silence is genuinely saying. For in the language of a male cat, it means everything.